I'm Marty Erickson, and currently I teach at Lawrence University, where this is my 21st and actually final year. Grew up in Michigan, attended Michigan State. I was in the U.S. Navy Band for 26 years, 6 presidents. I was principal solo tuba of the U.S. Navy Band in Washington, D.C. After that, I started teaching at Penn State University. I was there for 7 years, and then now my 21st year at Lawrence University. In between then, I played tuba, bass guitar, and so I guess that brings us up to date. Heid music, of course, discovered when I came here, and I didn't realize how important it was to have a really great music store resource for repair, accessories, everything the students need, music, so close at hand. It's literally 2 blocks from my studio. But I do know the importance of the store because my grandfather owned a music store years ago in Columbus, Ohio. And later on, when my mom was teaching, and she's also a musician and composer, she opened a thing called the Band Box. And it was a small little store, and she would sell accessories and supplies and things that people couldn't get because we lived out in the boonies. Music's always been in my life. For instance, I've played in a brass quintet every year of my life since I was in 5th grade, because I told my mother was a composer. When she was 17, she won first in the nation as a solo cornet as a woman in 1931. Switched to French horn 5 years later. She was the first principal French horn of the Louisville Symphony. And then she played viola in another orchestra and flute in another orchestra. My dad sang in musical theater. And as a bass baritone, he sung with an Army chorus. That's how they met when he was in the Army. He went to Indiana University where my mom was teaching music, composition and theory, and they met there. So since then, my grandfather owned the music store. I mentioned to you privately, we had a reunion every year, or every 2 years, called August Confusion. And that just meant family would gather from all points. On my mom's side of the family, we had a family band, anywhere from 15 to 20, and the main purpose was to get together and play music. And then the same way, my dad's side of the family, we had a smaller but equally avid family band in Minnesota. So between Minnesota and Ohio, that was all part of my growing up. And my best friends were the band director and founders of Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp in Michigan. And with that family, every 2 weeks we'd get together and just have dinner. And after dinner, we'd play either brass quintets, string quartets, we played recorder ensemble, or we played organ pipes. So that was literally every 2 weeks of my life since I was growing up. My 10th Christmas, we got a huge box, massive box, coffin-like shape, 6 weeks before Christmas. And as a 10-year-old and my brother was 8, all we could talk about was the box. You know, here's the box. When can we open it? We can't open until Christmas. So it took up so much room, we put it out on what we call a mudroom porch. And eventually it collected winter jackets, some boots and things. So Christmas Day came and we were eating dinner and we realized the box. We totally forgot about the box. Well, in that box, we opened it up. There was a viola for my mother, a trombone for my father, a trumpet for my brother, and this Helicon E-flat sousaphone for me from my grandfather, who is still conducting orchestras in St. Petersburg, Florida. So that was the most memorable holiday event because I got my first tuba that I owned. I used to get kidded a lot, as tuba players do, about, well, you should have played piccolo or things, and we tuba players are kind of known for just being jovial, fun people, but also kind of a caring group. So I'm proud of that community. So the work with Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp, this is my 38 years. We do a festival honoring my teacher, Leonard Falcone, and it's the Leonard Falcone International Euphonium and Tuba Festival, connected back to my old friends who were my babysitters and family friends back in the day. My brother and I, he still plays trumpet, all those connections. And then the travel, like I said, I've probably performed and taught in 32 or 37 countries, I think now. This year I'm invited to Portugal, Germany, Switzerland, and recently just Brazil. But the traveling, interacting with other cultures and finding out that there's great people everywhere, that's probably some of the most meaningful. And then right here at home, I get to play for my grandkids. Now they're taking piano lessons at Lawrence Academy, And my daughter Marley just got her first violin from Heid Music. She's starting a Suzuki violin and loves it. So now I get to see the next generation. A favorite band director of mine said that every year during high school graduation, they're going to announce the awards, the Science Award, the English Award, the Writing Award, the Chess Award for the graduating seniors, and the scholarships. So he deliberately walks back and stands next to the principal, because I said, and now the Science Award is won by so-and-so. He said, she plays clarinet in my band. The Math Award was won by so-and-so. He's a trumpet player in my band. The Chess Award goes to but plays bassoon in my band. So something like over 200 awards over 12 or 15 years, 182 of the 200 were won by the band students, by the music. That's English awards, math, science, physics, chemistry. So I've not too much of a stretch to see that creative thinking, discipline, playing, learning the instrument, respect, all go a long way. And I think that's how you preserve a legacy as well.